Hey, what's up you guys? Bloody Jacob here to bring you my review of this week's episode of the Vampire Diaries on the CW. This week we've seen Season 8, Episode 15, which is called We're Planning a June Wedding. And I didn't get home from work tonight until 9, so I had to, catch it as soon as I found it online. I'm honest. It just goes online quicker than it goes, on demand and stuff, so I watched it as soon as I could. And, so overall, pretty good episode. Of course, a lot of it revolved around the hype of, Katherine's return. And unfortunately, didn't really get that in this episode. And that's what will probably keep it from being even better for me as far as ratings go, which we'll talk more about at the end of the video. But still, all around, a pretty good episode, I think. And I'm starting to feel it, man. I'm starting to feel how much I'm going to miss the Vampire Diaries. Because we got some feels in this episode. Even though I've never been a big, Caroline and Stefan supporter, I don't really buy the whole Steroline thing. I'm still happy for them in a way, even though I never really liked Caroline too much either. But I'm happy for Stefan. I just like the good feels and the music to it all and stuff. It clicked, I care about the show. I'm definitely gonna miss it. But we can talk more about that in the review of the, can't believe I'm saying this, but the review of the series finale next week. Of course, this dealt with the whole setup of, the gang, getting together at the wedding, a shotgun wedding almost, to try and lure Katherine out, because as Damon says, she's obsessed with Stefan, so she won't really take no notice of them doing something like that, so it makes sense. In this, before we get more into other stuff in this episode, Bonnie was also still having a hard time forgiving Stefan, and she still holds a lot against him. And it's still, I feel like I've talked about this every week, but still, it's really frustrating that certain characters are seeing this with tunnel vision. They don't realize that Stefan made this choice, to help everyone, to help Caroline and the twins. And it wasn't really him just deciding to kill Enzo for the hell of it, so I'm glad that Enzo actually sees that in Damon. Of course, thankfully, being his brother, recognizes that wasn't really Stefan in his right mind either. So I'm glad that there's some characters you can see that it wasn't, that simple. I don't know why Bonnie can't, but luckily Enzo is there to sort of talk her down a little bit, and she does show up for Caroline's wedding. So that's good. And then we also had the return of Matt's mom, Kelly Donovan, played by Melinda Clark. It was really good to see her again on the show, even if it is for this one episode. I really like Melinda Clark. She's an excellent actress, especially if you watch her on Nikita, which is a show that's also on the CW. Really good show, by the way. She played one of the main villains on that, so you really get to see what she can do on that one. But it was still good to see her appear on this again. And we actually find out that she died 2 years earlier, and it is a bit sad that even Matt didn't know about that, apparently. It seems like he would have been notified or something. So I felt like that was kind of weird, unless he just heard about it and he didn't care, but I feel like we would have had it come up earlier. But it's still good to see her again, and, very reminiscent of, season 1 and such, the earlier seasons with, Kelly going off, and sort of ranting about everyone in the room, really. And then, of course, at the actual ceremony, I like the tie back to, Caroline, when she first seen Stefan in the hall as a mystery guy in the pilot episode. She didn't say the pilot episode, but you know what I mean. They've been doing some behind-the-scenes, memento stuff or, flashback stuff on the CW page. Where they talk about how, the full circle thing of Caroline ending up with Stefan after all. I don't know if that's actually the plan from the start, but still, it looks nice on paper now. So it's still a nice tie back, I think. And, we also have, Damon give his, his Lena necklace, but of course he wants it back. And also, Matt's dad was attacked, with Kelly on the loose. She, of course, is brought out of hell by Katherine. So hell's pretty strict. They even sent, a drunk screw-up like Kelly down there, apparently. And Katherine, of course, is able to manipulate her And in the meantime, she actually slices Matt's dad's throat. And it was odd because she did that like in the evening or the daytime, and then Matt found his dad later and he was still alive. I don't know, I felt like he should have been dead by that point. Maybe I'm technically wrong, I don't know. Maybe he could have survived that long, I don't know. But, so there's that. And of course she's coughing up blood and she appears to die at the end. And it was also a really cool visual with, the setup in the house, with the gasoline tank, or the propane tank, I should say, going off and causing an explosion. The twins siphoning off of Bonnie because there's still magic in her, to shield them, and Enzo encourages Bonnie to use her magic again because it is still in her. And her and the twins are able to work together and sort of make their way through the house, which is a pretty cool visual, like I said. So luckily they both survive. I didn't think they were dead when the explosion went off because it didn't really show me like inside right when it went off. We just knew we had seen them in there a couple minutes ago. But still, it was pretty cool. Again, this episode is already good, very good, but it would have been great if we actually seen Katherine in this episode. A few times we also we thought we seen her silhouette, or like the camera worked where we didn't see her face or something, but now we don't know if that was actually Katherine or if it was Vicki. Might have actually been Vicki, because that's the way they baited us here, because we've seen those shots of someone walking along the streets, very Katherine-like, but of course it turns out to be Vicki. Donovan also brought from hell to do Katherine's bidding, and she rings the bells. So yeah, pretty suspenseful with that. I'm just glad that Vicki isn't being. I'm just glad Katherine is in Vicki's body or something. I'm just glad they're being used as minions. I'm glad we're probably going to see the legitimate Katherine Pierce next week, played by Nina Dobrev. So I'm still really looking forward to that. And I understand probably with the scheduling and such, it worked out where Nina Dobrev could only probably film stuff for the final episode. So that's probably why we didn't see Katherine directly yet. But still, good to know that we are going to see her directly, when we do the real, full-on baddest bitch herself. But yeah, so really looking forward to the series finale next week. I think it's going to be a hell of a conclusion. But yeah, I know you guys thought about this one. I'd rate it like an 8.8 out of 10, about as good as last week's. But yeah, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, subscribe. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.